Assessing whether your partner will cheat again after infidelity is really difficult. And I know a lot of couples come in for after infidelity therapy. They want to save their marriage and they're both committed to it. But in the back of their mind, and sometimes what they'll ask me when they first come in is, what do you think? Can it be saved? An organization called Shadi.org or Shadi Foundation does work with infidelity, and they have basically made up a test assessment or a questionnaire. It basically is measuring the amount you can trust this person again, how remorseful they were, how badly they felt, how much effort did they put into lying, all of these issues. So I'm going to give you this quiz right now. And if you're sitting there, get your partner or the person that was the cheater to sit down and take your score. And then depending on your score, you can decide, is this something we'll be able to save in therapy, or is this something we need to let go? The first thing that you need to understand is that the most important part of this quiz or assessment is that you be honest, okay? How did your spouse respond when their cheating was discovered? Openly, they admitted it, denied it, or minimized it, or became defensive, or shifted the blame. Number two, did your spouse willingly provide the full truth about their infidelity? Yes, openly, without being asked repeatedly, partially, they dribbled it out. No, they withheld details and continued to lie. Number three, did your spouse show concern, genuine remorse, crying, expressing guilt or regret without prompting? Yes, somewhat, no. Section 2, accountability and transparency. Has your spouse been responsible for their actions without blaming you or external factors? Yes. B is partially. C is no. Is your spouse willing to provide transparency in their daily life? And that's now access to phone, email, media, location sharing. Yes, willingly and consistently. B is yes, but reluctantly or with conditions. The third is no. Has your spouse ever agreed to counseling, individual or couples? Yes, eagerly. Yes, but somewhat reluctant. No. Is your spouse proactive in discussing boundaries, rebuilding trust, or creating safeguards to prevent future infidelity? Yes. Occasionally? No. Section 3, long-term behavioral changes. Have you ever noticed significant and sustained changes in your spouse's behavior? Becoming more attentive, communicative, emotionally available? Yes. Consistently over time? Yes, but inconsistently? No. Does your spouse avoid people, situations, or environments associated with cheating incidences? Yes, somewhat, or no. Is your spouse more open and honest about their emotions, activities, and whereabouts than before the infidelity? Yes, sometimes, no. Emotional support and reconnection. Does your spouse acknowledge and validate the pain of their actions have caused you? Always, sometimes, rarely, or never. Does your spouse actively try to comfort or support you when you express feelings or hurt or insecurity about the infidelity? Yes, consistently, sometimes, no. Does your spouse show renewed commitment to emotional and physical intimacy with you? Yes, somewhat, no. Does your spouse have a history of infidelity in past relationships? A is no, B is yes, but they appear to have addressed it. C is yes, and there's little evidence they addressed it. Does your spouse have any ongoing connections, friendships, work relationships with the affair partner? A is no, B is yes, but with clear boundaries. C is yes and without clear boundaries. Does your spouse exhibit behaviors associated with high-risk personal traits, narcissism, impulsiveness, chronic dishonesty? No, occasionally, or yes. Do you feel your spouse is more concerned about the consequences of being caught than about the harm it caused you? No, somewhat, yes. About your feelings and observations, do you feel your spouse is genuinely committed to rebuilding your relationship? Yes, somewhat, no. Do you feel emotionally safe and respected in the relationship now? Yes, somewhat, no. Do you observe a genuine shift in their priorities toward valuing your relationship more than before? Yes, somewhat, no. Um, Now, what you want to address for scoring is you want to be able to say, okay, now we've got to score this thing. And so we're going to look at what the incidences are for it. Yes, for every yes, you have 2 points. For every somewhat, 1 point. And for no or never, you have 0 points. So as you can see, the more points you have, the better chance that you can save your relationship. If you go in there with 1 or 2 points, or you can see most of the answers were no, there's absolutely no changes, no remorsefulness, no nothing, then I would encourage you at this point to let the relationship go. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.